Hey, what's up, guys? Next here, and today I'm going to talk about how my competition went yesterday. Yes, I do feel like I've been hit by a truck. I'm very sore, in particular my back, my whole posterior chain, shoulders, everything's super sore. But I think it went really well. It was a lot of fun, honestly. Like pushing yourself to the max, just seeing, like putting all your training to the test. It's so nice when you work out, a few times a week, and then you're able to really test yourself, see where you're at, and also just kind of test yourself as a person and your psychology and how you think, and just really pushing yourself on a mental level as well as physical. It was a lot of fun, but it was very hard. It was a little bit harder than I guess I thought it would be because you're so used to training in your own conditions, right? Even if you're hitting competition weights in your own gym or where you're training where you're comfortable. It's still very different when you're competing, and you're just diving right into competition weight. But at the same time, there are factors that help you, right? Like a cheering crowd or being around other competitors or just being in a state of competition. There's a lot of different factors that I think can aid you or make it harder for you. Like, for example, my nerves were getting to me. Like, I was anxious the whole morning. Like I couldn't sleep the night before. Like I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was kind of worried. I was excited, nervous. If you watched my last video, I posted a video on my thoughts prior to the event. So I figured it was only appropriate to do my thoughts after the event. But anyway, my nerves were totally getting to me right up to the first event. And then once I had gotten the first event out of the way, I felt a little more comfortable. But it was kind of unfortunate that the first event was like my worst event. It was the axle clean and press, and I think it didn't go as well as I thought it was going to. And I was very surprised because I had been training with an axle bar, but I think the axle bar I was training with was a little bit grittier. I don't know. This one that we were using was very slick, so I really struggled with the clean. The grip was very difficult. It was just very exhausting. There were big tires on the ends, not metal plates. Just lots of different stuff that you're not really used to. And the other events, I think that I did fairly well on. I'm gonna upload a video tomorrow of footage, hopefully tomorrow, footage of me competing with the commentary, and I might upload a video as well with just the raw footage. But and I'll go more into details on every single event there. But I feel I did well in the deadlift. On the what was the next one? The yoke and the farmer walk. I crushed the farmer walk, and I crushed the yoke. The yoke was by far my best event. Like I got onto that bar and I just took off. I feel like I did super well. The farmers I did really well as well, but lost my balance a few feet from the end. Had I not lost my balance, I probably would have won that event. Um, yeah, I mean, just a little bit of athletic history kicks in that event. And the stones were really hard. I knew they were going to be hard. I was kind of hoping to get one more rep than I did. You'll see in the video tomorrow. But overall, I mean, I think that I did pretty well considering it was my first event. I wasn't planning on going in there and winning. I was just really hoping not to get last place. I didn't get last place. You'll find out where I placed in the next video. But it wasn't last. I had a lot of fun. I think that overall I was very like in the middle. Like I was pretty decent at all the events. I just had one bad event. It was unfortunate. Um, but overall I think I did really well. The placements I don't think were totally accurate. And I only say that because there's just some things I don't understand. Like I don't understand how there were people that were in the top three. One of them zeroed one event, but ended up placing second. So I'm not really sure how that worked. But guy was an animal. Definitely earned second place. It's just like there were some things I think that it was a little bit loose on the judging and the timing and stuff like that. And hey, maybe it helped me. I'm not really sure. But as far as placements go, I don't know how accurate it was. So it's not like it's like run by an Olympic staff, with the best technology. It's just a bunch of guys in a gym with a phone timer, and it's only as accurate as the guy's reaction to the thumb, or how if someone's trying to squeeze out that last strap, if you extend the timer. I don't know. So I think that there are some other factors probably at play in the placement. But I mean, again, for the first event, I'm happy with it. I think the guys that ran the event did a super job. It was a lot of fun. I I think that some of the people who were competing, it was either probably not their first time because it was a first timers only, um, but there are some people in there that were not novice. Like I'm the definition of novice. It was my first time. I did pretty mediocre, but there were people in there that were just crushing events, and it was just like, man, these guys have years of training on me. There's like there was like the people who was like the first timers, and then there was just like the people who had experience just crushing the event. So it was kind of hard to know. Maybe it's your first time in strongman, but maybe you've been competing in powerlifting for 5 years. That's definitely gonna aid you in that. And obviously, it was just like super novice, so they didn't weigh us, they didn't test us for steroids or anything. So you never know what else was at play. I'm just wondering if I have any other thoughts. I'm not editing this. I'm just filming this on my phone and sending it right off into YouTube. It was a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. I'm very sore, but I'm looking forward to going into, some more training. There's an August competition. I might compete. I'm not totally sure yet. Probably going to take this next week off, and I'll go into more commentary in the videos. You can see I'll go more into detail on how all the events specifically and how they went. This video is more just a reflection on, just reflecting on it and how it all went. I do want to say though, what I found interesting is that I really didn't have much of an appetite. Like I don't have a big appetite in the morning, but I was really like forcing down a breakfast, a protein shake, a breakfast wrap, whatever. And like I brought that Carblin, right, that I was planning to drink throughout the event. And I didn't drink as much as I thought I was. Like I was very thirsty, but I felt kind of like it was almost nauseous. Like I didn't have an appetite, and I wasn't expecting that. Like I brought tons of food just to be sure. Like I didn't want to be too hungry. I didn't want to lose energy, but like I think it was just so taxing pushing yourself to the max that you just don't really have a lot of an appetite. So water was really the only thing that my body was allowing me to drink, let alone some Carblin here and there. I don't know if I have much else to say about this. Thank you to Iron Image for hosting. This is the shirt that I'm wearing. Iron Image, so I can always remember my first strongman competition. And this competition was good because I've learned what I'm not good at, and I've learned what I am really good at. So I'm glad that I competed. Even if I didn't win or do very well, like I learned where my weaknesses are, and I've learned what I need to work on in the future. So helps for tweaking workouts anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned. Clawsticks out.